Oh wow, my favorite show is on. All right, so let's get into it. So today's subject, and hi, welcome to Claire Hair. So today's subject is, yes, my hair is done and why the older generation is hating. Just playing, a little bit. But so today's topic is basically old school versus new school. There was a post that I didn't screenshot it and I'm hating myself for it right now, but recently there was like a little post and basically it showed a girl and her mother, sorry, a young woman and her mother. And basically her hair was in an afro and the mom was like, are you gonna do something with it? Y'all know which video I'm talking about. Anyways, but she basically came, a lot of people, it was half and half. Some people agreed, like, technically an afro isn't really a hairstyle. You know what I'm trying to say? So I want to definitely elaborate and expound more on that today. I feel like this is definitely something I've talked about in the previous time when I had my story time about how my hair was in an afro and I was working in a customer front facing position and a lady, with loose leaf paper hair, thin hair. I know I ain't right for that, but she definitely tried me at my job. But she came up and said, your hair's not done. And then when her daughter came and complimented and said, oh, her hair is beautiful, she said, oh, your hair's not done either. That's my personal experience, but an experience to this video that I had seen here as well. I just felt like this is not something that's dying down. I feel like it's definitely getting worse as more and more people are starting to wear their hair more natural. It's definitely a movement. Why I labeled it this video, why I hate the natural hair community, but it's definitely a movement, but it's more so a community. Your community is actually responsible for your level of self-esteem. So some people's community is within themselves, and then some people just, they're in a community where people are telling them, like, think about it. If one person said, oh, well, your legs are skinny, or, oh, well, your legs are skinny, or your boob or your butt's not big enough, or something like that, or your nose is bad. That's your community. Unfortunately, it's toxic, but that's your community around you that is very pertinent to make sure you're keeping people around you who are praising you, who are, not making you have the same self-hate that they have in themselves, as well. So I really want to expound on that because I feel like this is definitely, I grew up in the church as well. Yes, I grew up in the church as well. And there's plenty of times where like my hair was done, but it wasn't done. Does that make any sense? So like, for example, right now, my edges are not laid down. I told y'all this week, I'm slowly starting to get my looks back at the end of the week. Cause at the beginning, the Monday's episode, I was just over it. But I can definitely say for sure that there's definitely a level of, I don't know how to describe it, but like, there's definitely some self-hate there with people who say, oh, well, your hair's not done. I'm just like, but my thing is that all of our hair is beautiful. Type 4, type 3, type whatever, but type 4, that's what I specialize in. All of our hair is beautiful. And I feel like, I don't like that term of your hair's not done. So if I'm going to a gala or whatever, I'm gonna have my hair in a certain style, but I'm not gonna be hiding it, if that makes any sense. And I know some people say, oh, well, there's protective style. I was like, I know what I'm trying to say, because there's a difference between you putting your hair in a protective style and it's just a protective style. Like right now my hair has, I don't think I wear my hair in an afro. Like, I don't think I've worn it out in a while, but I've been in protective styles. I'm trying to say, like, it's not like that, but it's more like, what I'm talking about. So you can disagree with me in the comments. Make sure you leave me a little snack or two. But I can definitely say for sure that this is very important because you got to understand, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the generation after us, like I'm talking about our babies, out there who, like, if they hear you saying that to somebody else, they're going to then internalize that and then pass it on as well. And then, honestly, like when it comes to natural hair, I didn't know my natural hair was a problem until I went to school, so basically, back in my day, but back in my day, I can definitely say for sure that natural hair was definitely was not popping back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, it was not popping at that time to where no one was wearing it. If you wore it, they probably thought you wasn't from here. Like, I had several people say, oh, she must be from Africa, that's why she's still wearing it like that. I'm just like, aren't we all from Africa? But okay. But definitely for sure that when I wore my natural hair, it was not popular, you know. So that's why, you know, I was definitely peer pressured into getting my hair relaxed, even though my mom didn't want me to do it, you know. But I definitely was peer pressured, because you gotta understand, like, every single day someone, it doesn't matter what the age is, someone has something to say. Like, oh, well, it's nappy, or oh, in the verse fact, oh, well, if I had natural hair like you, I would wear it, but not mine, you know. So that's why with the old school, like, I feel like they're kind of coming into their own too as well. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's our job per se, you know. It wouldn't say it's our job per se to teach them that this is hair that's done, but it's just like, I don't like hearing comments like the following. I've heard like, oh, well, you're wearing it wild. Oh, you're one of those naturalistas. Oh, you're on your Erykah Badu. She's so pretty. Oh, you're on your Erykah Badu. Oh, you're on this. Oh, you're on that. I was like, I'm not on anything. I'm not making a political statement. I'm not doing nothing. I'm literally just, I woke up, you know, since birth. You know, since birth, my hair has always grown like this. So I can definitely say for sure that, I don't know how to describe it, but like, it needs to stop. And I know some people would say like, oh, well, this is a waste of video, we don't need to talk about it. It's like, no, we need to talk about this, because when I see stuff like that happening, I'm gonna call it out, because I don't understand how you can sit there and say and praise us for everything else. Oh, well, you got your nails done. Oh, well, you got your lashes done. And then you see my hair is done, and it is done. You're just like, okay, well, it needs to be in a twist out and this and other, which brings me to my next point, which, like I said, I'm eventually gonna make a video definitely about texturism as well in the future, because I just want to do a commentary this week, and then next week, you know, we'll go right back to natural hair. But I wanted to expound on that later on, definitely as the year goes on, you know, to see how you guys feel about commentaries. But I definitely want to go on texturism, but I definitely want to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's about that. I want to make sure I have a little bit more notes. I do have some, you know, notes that I accumulate whenever I think of a topic, but I can definitely say for sure that when y'all be saying your hair is not done, you talking about a particular, I foresee you talking about a certain type, okay? Whenever I hear someone say, oh, okay, well, her hair is not done, I was just like, yet other textures have messy buns, or you know, messy buns or loose buns or whatever, this and the other. And I know some other people will sit there and be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I was just like, I don't do gaslighting. Okay, I can barely afford gas. I don't understand the gaslighting. But I can definitely say for sure that just be careful with your words. You know, I actually wrote down some positive annotations here. Beautiful, fluffy, magnanimous, beautiful, glorious, positive. Like, I'm just thinking of all the positive affirmations we can use instead of the negative connotations that are usually negative connotations that are usually dragged with it, such as ugly, dirty, unkempt, not done, unattractive. You know, like, there's just so many like beautiful, linda, like, let's go Spanish, okay? You know what I'm trying to say? So many other positive annotations that we can use, that we need to keep using, because words have power, okay? So definitely make sure what you're saying is something that it's not your own personal insecurity, because the last thing you want to see is that this movement stops because there's like a growth of negativity. Like, one little, I promise you, I don't know, I don't have any science behind it, but like, you'll hear 1 or 2 negative comments and that will just stick with you. So that's how I've seen, like, because even though there's plenty of people telling this girl in the video about her mom saying your hair's not done, you know, there's plenty of positive comments. Like, those 2 or 3 negative comments, especially from someone who you admire, her mom, like, it can do something to your self-esteem to make you not want to be natural. Because it's different if you just yourself is like, oh, you know what, I can't deal with the maintenance or blah blah, I'm gonna do it. But like, it's different when you feel like you have to change yourself. So that's what I mean by, let's just be cognizant. Let's use some positive affirmations. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, share. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's Claire here.